All right, that's my little, what is it, Wednesday evening slow blues. Man, I've been doing these videos during the day when the natural light comes in this room here, but I'm doing it at night tonight, so the lights, man, I don't even know what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see something here, but I'm kind of working without tools this evening, man. I'm leaving first thing in the morning, super early. My plane boards at 6:40 a.m. And so I got my alarm set for 4, 4:05, 4:10, 4:15, 4:20. And so I'm packing to go to Hawaii. So I'm gonna go meet Billy there. He's been sending us texts all day long with like these beautiful, shots from the beach and all these crazy little things that he's been doing all day. And excuse me. So it's just a blast. I'll fly from Nashville to Salt Lake City to LA to Honolulu. And I would have flown straight from Nashville to LA, but these guys are so nice. Billy's nice enough to fly me first class, which I'm not bragging. I don't get to do that very often, but they are flying me. So I said, if I fly first class, then I can't go straight to LA. I was like, hey, I'm happy to do that. Give me a little room to stretch out for a change, live it up a little bit, and got a birthday coming up February 3rd. Go to New Orleans, do Peyton's 50th birthday party. Then Key West for a private event. Then back to Key West for the Key West Songwriters Festival. It looks like I'm going to be doing some workshops in the UK this year, which is going to be amazing. There's a couple courses that are going to be launching real soon. And so there's all kinds of stuff that we're ramping up to. It's going to be a lot of fun. And man, I'm gonna just keep plugging away at this YouTube channel and just keep trying to figure out ways to make it more interesting. I promise that's gonna happen this year. But I wanted to just share something with you guys before I left tomorrow morning. I'm packing and doing some Artist Works videos tonight and trying to keep my shit together as one does. It's not easy, it's just, man, it's life, and it keeps coming at you no matter what. Be careful what you ask for, right? No, it's all good. I'm a super lucky, fortunate dude. And man, I'm, living the dream in Nashville is a reality. It's amazing. It's taken years and years and years to get here, and, but I'm not done yet. We're gonna sit in a good spot, thanks to you guys and all the support from these amazing human beings around the world that support the niche business that we're in of the guitar. There's a business side to it, but we can't let that affect our integrity and the musicianship and the love of authenticity and real music, because we know the second that we sniff something out that's not authentic, man, then I can't do it. My being, every cell of my being can't allow me to do that. Now, I'm not saying don't be smart and you got to run a business, you got to make a living, and yeah, let's grow, let's push it, let's do it as much as we can do, but we can't sell out. And so that's the thing that I think, like Uncle Larry and Jed and me, hopefully I can put myself in that category, humbly and gratefully. Jack Roosh, Jack Pearson, Pat Burgess, Kenny Greenberg. I mean, there's all these guys in town that. Tommy Emmanuel. I mean, I'm missing a million guys. David Greer, Billy Strings, Brian Sutton. I mean, all the bluegrass guys, the jazz guys, and of course, you guys are going to mention a million people on here that I didn't say, but these are just people off the top of my head in Nashville that are amazing guitar players. Not to mention the other, instruments that people are just incredible. But it's amazing that you know, that those guys have never sold out, so to speak, sold out. But they've always kept their authenticity intact and their integrity intact, man. And that is something that I'll die on that hill, you know. And so, speaking of authenticity, this, you know, white dude from Alabama is going to try to tell you about some blues. So look, man, I love the blues. I'm not going to say I'm, you know, the world's greatest blues guitar player by any means, but I did dive into that vocabulary for a long time when I was very young. We had a band. We did a lot of jump blues and swing stuff, and we weren't the Zoot Suit Riot guys. We were doing some cool stuff on the Gulf Coast. It was original music. It was kind of a Americana band, you know, and so we did some country train beat stuff, some groovy stuff. We did some blues. We did some swings. We did some jazz kind of stuff. We did some, you know, Billie Holiday. We did some, you know, Duke Ellington stuff. We did all kinds of music, and so I got to experience what it really was like to get into like the swing feel and what those things, and all those years it helped. And so with that being said, I did kind of get into like some of the different blues vocabularies, you know, and the shuffle feel is one of them it's hard for a lot of guys to really get that feel, you know, and the blues is very difficult because if you're not saying something, then it's kind of like, what's the point, right? But I wanted to show you a couple of these blues chord voicings. Now, this is, of course, the chords are directly related to lead guitar. But I wanted to show you this voicing. Now, the cheater way to get there is to play an E minor chord here, and we're going to be in the key of G in this blues. But play an E minor and just raise your first finger 1/2 step to F. And that's going to give you this cool like G13 chord. It's the same as this, but it's up here, right? So the cool thing about this is I can play this G13 chord. Now watch, if that's the flat 7 of G, the major third of C is going to be right behind it. So if I play this really tight voicing, then this C9 is going to be right behind it. D9, this is a cool inside chord, great for the blues shuffle. So if I'm playing something like, just to let you know, it's F with the first finger, B with the ring finger on the 7th fret. So that's 6th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret. No, sorry. This is why I'm a semi-professional. Let's see, 3rd, 5th, 7th. 8th fret, first finger, A string. 9th fret, ring finger. 9th fret, little finger. 8th fret, B string. 2nd finger, middle finger. That's the chord. Now the C chord is first finger, 7th fret, ring finger, 8th fret, D string, middle finger, 7th fret, G string, little finger, 8th fret, B string. So it's inverted. It's like, and then right back. Then the D chord is the same as the C, of course, right? So then you can do these cool little half step moves, right? Like that. Back to C, G, D, G. Then slide that D up to that G, right? Or this one, or this one. But it's about changing these voicings up. But this is a great one right here. So if it's an up-tempo blues, like that, right? So this chord, it's got the E in it. I love that sound right there. That's some pretty uptown kind of B.B. King blues. That. Go to C. Right? It's really out of the C shape. If I'm playing the C shape, I'm walking down to that F. So the C shape, your triad, 1, 3, 5, walking the root down a whole step. That's your G7 right there. So I'm just taking that part of it and adding that little sixth and the root, right? That's a great one. All right, I could go on and on with this, and will eventually, but I hope you get something out of that, guys. Don't have time for a story, although I've got a couple of them queued up. I wrote down about 12 good ones that I'm going to get back to. I'm getting rid of the Tips and Tails title because I feel myself painting myself into a corner I can't get out of on that one. So I'm going to get back to doing some little smaller, shorter clips, and I'm going to keep incorporating everything that I do, but I'm going to try to give you smaller chunks that you can bite off and chew and digest. Suddenly I need a Tums. But anyway, we'll be doing more of this stuff. Can't wait to go to Hawaii. It's the only state that I haven't been to yet. I've played music in all the states except Hawaii. So this one I'll do 50 states before 50 years old. So lots of fun stuff coming up. Thanks for being patient with me always and supporting the channel. Check out the links below. I'll be adding some new stuff coming up. But yeah, man, just really appreciate you guys. It's a hell of a community that we have here. Looking forward to Chicago. There's still night 2 tickets, so don't forget to check the links for that too. It's going to be a little chilly up there, but we're going to bring the heat. All right, baby. Telecasting to you from East Nashville, Tennessee. You know who you are. We love you. Thanks so much, guys. All right. Cheers.